game that the world was waiting for is finally here. The 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League final will take place in Budapest tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and the final will be between the two best teams in Europe. PSG, the best team in Europe, will take on Arsenal, the best team from England, the champion of the Premier League. Yes, as a Chelsea fan, I know it hurt to say Arsenal are the champion. Hey, the fact doesn't care about our feeling. But there is another fact. PSG are not the best team in the world because it's Chelsea Football Club are the best team in the world. We are the world champion. You know, it is fact. You like it or not, that is the truth. So we're going to talk about this game because these two teams can be very similar or very different depending where you start analyzing these two teams. PSG, we already know Paris Saint-Germain, what they can offer, what Luis Enrique produced. We know the way they play, the way they're going to present themselves tomorrow against Arsenal. But Arsenal is depend. Are you going to analyze from the past 2 months? Because that period is boring. Arsenal was scared to death. They just wanted to win the Premier League, they secure it. Or the first 6 months. Because the first 6 months, they were great. They beat everybody. They beat even Bayern, all right? Hence, these are the two best teams in Europe because Arsenal are the best defensive team in the Champions League this season. I think they conceded only 5 or 6 goals this season. And they are going to take on the best attacking team in the Champions League. PSG, if they score 1 goal, they're going to equal the record of the team that scored the most goals in the Champions League, which is 45. And PSG scored 44 goals. And they have the chance to beat that tomorrow. And Arsenal will make history because if they win this Champions League, it would be simply their first title in the history of the club. In 140 years existence, Arsenal never ever won the Champions League. The last time they were in the final was 2006. We saw how they lost that against Barcelona. I know a lot of us were young, but yeah, they lost that to Barcelona horribly, 2-1. The game finished like a 10 vs 11. Ronaldinho, Messi, young Messi, Eto'o, Belletti. But this time, today they're going to take on PSG because if PSG win this, they will be the second team since the Champions League changed the name to do back-to-back because Real Madrid did it from 2016 to 18. The three-peat with Zinedine Zidane and the BBC, Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. So tonight, the question is who is going to win it? We're going to analyze every single aspect of the game and then we just share my view on who is the favorite to win this and the variety of how they're gonna win it. Because for me, this game is gonna be a battle between two coaches with similar idea of how to play football. Because Arsenal are a team that they can, if they decide, they can really dominate a game. But they are the most defensive team too. They can defend. While in the other side, Paris Saint-Germain are the most complete team in the Champions League for the past 2 seasons. This team can suffer. We saw them against Bayern. PSG can let you with the ball. They can play through different type of football. They can defend deep. They can play a medium line. And they can play transition football. They have the armada to do that. If you compare the two teams, I think like if you had to mix the two teams, I think Arsenal will have maybe 1 or 2 players that will be playing in that PSG line. I would say David Raya is better than Sovanov. We don't know the starting lineup yet, but the PSG lineup look like it's going to be Sovanov will be playing, so we know David Raya would be better than that. Hakimi, he's back in training. We don't know if he's 100% yet, if he's going to start or not. And Marquinhos and William Pacho and Nuno Mendes. That would be the back four. So in that back four, I think Saliba can take Thiago Marquinhos' position. All right. In the midfield, I would say Declan Rice is really good. He's good, but I don't think he's good to be in the PSG midfield. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and Neves. For me, I will take PSG midfield. But I know Arsenal fan would stick him up somewhere there. And if you take the front three, that there is no even discussion about that because Arsenal front three is maybe, because these are not official, but the starting lineup for Arsenal according to SofaScore is this so far is Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori, and Mosquera. Those will be the back four plus Raya and Declan Rice and Luis Kelly. I think this is just based on the last game they played because I don't think Gyökeres will be starting this game. For me, I think Kai Havertz will start this in the final. And of course, the Odegaard, Trossard, and Saka would be there for me. That's what I think. But in the other side, if you took like a Paris Saint-Germain lineup, like I said, PSG lineup is kind of, we all know how they can press a team. Paris Saint-Germain is a team that they can press you, right? They can do 1v1 and they can overwhelm you with the coordination and how fast and how precise their position can be and their pressing can be. And Arsenal is a team that can absorb that sometimes. But they did the mistake against City in the FA Cup final. We know they let City have the ball and they lost it. And if Arteta decide to do the same mistake, I think they're going to lose it. Because Paris Saint-Germain have the player that can shoot from anywhere in any angle on the pitch. If you take Doué, Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, or Dembele, they can shoot from anywhere. I know the front three, maybe Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Jeremy Doué. That would be the starting front three. And Arsenal don't have that type of front three. Like Arsenal, they will have a Trossard. Like Saka is now 100%. Maybe he's 100% now because he's been playing for a while, right? Since they won the Premier League. But the offensive capacity are different. PSG has the most complete team in Europe for a reason. Because the system they play is so confusing to any kind of team they play. I think the only team that played them really like 50-50 to challenge them for everything was Bayern Munich. And we saw how that game ended. The first game was very open. We saw 9 goals and the second leg was 1-1. Everyone was surprised how it came only 1-1. For me, I think it's because Hakimi wasn't there. It was Zaire Emery playing right back. So that dude don't go up. And tomorrow he may be playing right back too because I don't think Hakimi is fully back. But he say he's 100% right. And there's another thing. PSG never played a team like Arsenal. A team that can defend, allows so little chance. Like, because if you play against Arsenal, if you're not a Premier League fan, you will just think it's just normal. It's not normal. Like the way Arsenal played this year, especially the last 2 or 3 months of the season, it was boring to watch, but it was effective. And Arsenal are coming into this final without pressure. Because in the beginning of the season, if you ask any Arsenal fan, which title do you want to win? Would you choose the Champions League or the Premier League? Every single Arsenal fan would pick the Premier League because that is the one they were chasing forever. They never tasted the Champions League victory. So this is just a bonus for Arteta and his boys. I think they're going to be going there, have fun. I know it's a final they're going to play to win. But if they lose it, Arsenal won't have any pressure. And PSG too won't have any pressure because PSG won it last year, right? PSG is trying to make a history. Arsenal trying to make history as well. Because like I said in the beginning, this game will produce legend. Because if Arsenal win this Champions League, you remember the golden generation of Arsenal, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, when they win the invincible Premier League title. Arsenal can do that with the Champions League. They are the only team that did not lose a single game this season. They won all their games. Well, they did some tie, but they didn't lose games. So they can win this Champions League. Say, yeah, you guys, you're the elderly, you won the Premier League without losing, and we won the Champions League without losing. And now Arsenal fans are going to start arguing which one is better. But Paris Saint-Germain, as the best offensive team in the league, like I said, they can beat the record. If they score 1 goal, they're going to get 45 goals, and they're going to be there. And we all know how Luis Enrique prepared his boys. And Arteta is same thing. If you watch All or Nothing of their episode in 2022, you will see that dude control everything there. He was given time to build his team. Both coaches were given time. Like in PSG, when Luis Enrique came, Messi left, Verratti left, all those players like Neymar, and the following year Mbappe left. By the way, Mbappe is struggling right now. I don't know, he's the Pichichi, but he's been attacked daily. As the World Cup is coming, he's gonna have some life to enjoy, right? But for me, the Champions League final this year, the winner, if you analyze the both teams, how they played, Arsenal will decide how they want to play. If they're going to be defensive to wait, I think that would be that won't be effective because they did against City in the FA Cup final. It didn't work. And if they repeat the same mistake as against PSG, the score going to be worse because PSG can score on you. And if you start going out, they can play transition to beat you too, even in transition too. So my favorite in this Champions League final is Paris Saint-Germain. Arsenal, as a Chelsea fan, I don't want them to win it, but they can win it. It's a final. And they saw the consistency to be there. They are the only team that did not lose any.